YouTube, it's your girl Kim back with another video. So in today's video, I'm sure you guys can tell by the title, I am going to be doing my very first Get Ready With Me video. But before we get into the video, you guys know what I ask. If you like the content that I post, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for post notifications, and if you like the video, just like the video. Also, comment down below. You guys know I love engaging with you guys in the comment section. And if you're here watching my channel, watching my videos, please support me, help me grow my channel by subscribing. Also, if you guys want to slide in my DMs on Instagram, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to do so. But yeah, let's just get right into the video. So like I said, you guys are going to watch me get this look, and then I'm going to also get ready for you guys, so stay tuned. I know I look crazy, so for this portion, I'm going to be doing my hair, and it's going to be... Do I need to shave? I don't have that many armpit hairs, so I don't shave that often. So excuse me if it looks bad. I know my hair looks crazy. I took my braids out a couple days ago, and I'm supposed to comb my hair, wash it, and put it in braids so I can put on my wigs and then have it be easy. And well, just never really got around to it because my vanity came in. The vanity's not going to be in this video. I am going to be talking about the vanity, just disclaimer. I do think this video is important, so I do recommend that you guys stay tuned. I'm also going to be putting some pictures up on the screen every time I make reference to something that I can't show you guys. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing my very first, let me bring this chair down so you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing my very first Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, and I'm going to be featuring my Impressions vanity. I'm just going to be putting my hair in a bun because haven't washed it, haven't combed it out. I'm not combing out my hair when it's dry because I'm not trying to have my hairs like break off. So I'm just going to be using some Eco Styler gel. I have 2 brushes and a toothbrush for my baby hairs because you know I'm about that life now. But I feel as though this video is important, and I'm going to tell you guys why. I feel as though, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, and my face is a mess, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it. I just thought I would mention that. I do have foundation on in certain spots because their spots are dark, and I'm going to need those to be covered really well. Your girl... I know it's not what this video is about, but your girl is extremely vegan, and anytime I add something new into my diet, sometimes it causes a reaction. So that's what happened. I added in grapes, red grapes to be specific. In addition to that, I went to physical therapy for my back, and I'm not sure if whatever chemical they use, like where you like put your face down so they can adjust your back, and I did a derma roll the night before, and I guess my skin was open within like a matter of hours. I mean, my face was looking like chunky peanut butter. But yeah, so let's get right into it. I'm just applying some gel, a lot of it, to my hair, so I can put this up in a bun, have it look a little presentable. But yeah, let's just get right to this vanity. So I'll be honest with you. Bring this chair back up a little bit. I'm really tall. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of over the vanity. It took 2 months for me to get the parts that I needed to complete the vanity, or actually just one part. They told me, and I didn't believe them, but I guess they weren't lying. I know it's a pandemic, and I felt as though 2 months for me, or for anybody, even with everything that's going on, I mean, I think like a month is fair. Even though like it took like 2 weeks for me to get the entire vanity, 2 months for me to get one part, it should not have been that long. But I'm trying to be understanding, you know, there's a lot of things that's going on, so who knows how anyone else's business. And my mirror is over this way, so if you guys see me looking over here, that's the reason why. But there's a lot of things going on. I'm like, you know, let me just try to be understanding, you know. After 2 months going back and forth with them, communication, I decided it was time for me to put in a dispute. Initially, they said, oh, well, you know, the part had been ordered May 22nd. I don't understand why you haven't received it. I didn't believe them because, I mean, at this point, it was like in the middle of June. So I don't understand, like, it doesn't take that long for something to reach from California, like, to Pennsylvania, like, in my mind. So they were like, oh, well, we're looking into it. I'm like, well, I need to know something. I mean, like, keep me in the loop. I feel as though they assumed since the order was processed that I got it. And I feel as though that's, and I'm sure, again, that they are short-staffed. Sorry, it's a knot in my hair because it's not combed out. And I feel as though because they're probably, like, short-staffed or operating, you know, less than what they normally operate at, they just didn't check back in with me to make sure that everything was okay. And I feel as though that should have been done. But not my company. So, you know, they're gonna do whatever works for them. So when I checked back in with them and they said that the order had been shipped, or a label let me be corrected. A label had been created May 22nd. I'm like, well, why hasn't it shipped yet? So they were looking into it. I still hadn't gotten notice, I mean to this day, that they haven't even checked with me. Like the first order was created, I didn't get it. You guys didn't check with me then, you didn't check with me now. I did finally get it last week. And then when I got it, long story short, the original order showed up and then another order showed up. I'm not sure if the other order showed up because they put it back in, or if they put it back in because I put in a dispute with my financial institution. I don't know what the reason for it was, but I don't really care. I got the part that I needed to finally get this vanity together. My hair's looking a mess. I don't like combing my hair because it doesn't cooperate. But yeah. So finally got the parts. Now initially when they reached out to me and they're like, well, this is all the parts that you need, I was like, yeah, you know. And after what happened, I was like, you know, let me unbox the mirror. So I'm like, there's no point in unboxing the mirror if I don't have everything I need to put this together. The mirror is like the last piece to go on top, so I didn't feel as though it was necessary. I did, however, unbox it after that communication with them. And in doing so, I just, you know, slid it out. And I feel as though if you're looking for like a mirror or a glass or whatever it is to be broken, you're gonna be looking for like a big crack, which is what I did. And I guess like it was dumb on my part. I didn't think like the glass top, the corner is chipped. I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen so you guys can see that, like, and it's minimal. I feel as though the person who probably packaged the glass saw it and figured no one else would see it. So they just probably thought they'd be able to get away with it. That's the way that it looks. Who knows? It could have broken during shipping. I didn't find any piece of glass in there, so I highly doubt that it broke during shipping. In addition to that, I'm also gonna put up a picture right on this side. There's more space over here. Where the bulbs actually screw in, the mirror is also cracked. And because I went through so much with them, I almost don't want to sit here and wait for it. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to send it back. But I almost don't want to sit here and wait for me to get a replacement glass top and wait for me to get a replacement mirror. Like, part of me is like, well, I should get money back. But then at the same time, it's not about the money. Like, I don't know if the chip in the glass is going to spread. I don't know if the crack in the mirror is going to spread. Like, there's literally 2 parts that's cracked. Like, when I show you guys how, I don't want to say how terrible it looks, and I feel as though it's left a bad taste in my mouth. I feel as though also that there is so much that people don't get to hear about Impressions Vanity. So I'm hoping to kind of shed some light on it, because I feel as though all the videos that I see, everyone is hyped and excited about it. And as you guys know, I helped put this together. So I feel as though I have a different perspective and I can speak a little bit freely or a little bit differently. That looks alright. Kind of. I feel as though I can speak a little bit differently on the actual vanity. As I mentioned to you guys before, the instructions are the instructions from hell. The instructions are complete trash. They need to label the screws a little bit better, because you can really easily get them confused. I'm trying not to talk too fast because y'all know your girl's Trini. I can, you know, speed things up without really realizing that I sped things up. So I'm trying to take my time, make sure I cover all the bases. Pretty much, I just feel as though for the amount of money that you paid for this vanity, or I paid for the vanity, it was a gift, by the way. Just because someone else spent their money on it doesn't mean that, like, I'm not gonna appreciate it, or, like, you know, makes the flaws in this $1,000 vanity, or should I say $1,500 vanity, because that's the price that they want you to pay for this if it's not on sale. Speaking of which, if there's no sale, don't buy it because it's overpriced. I do still like it. The reasons that I got the vanities, because for me, again, it's about aesthetics. I'm all about how something looks, and I love the way this vanity looks. In addition to that, I couldn't find another vanity just in general that had a glass top where the drawers were see-through. And I wanted a glass top because, you know, sometimes when you're doing your makeup, you're doing your hair, things can spill, and it can make a mess. And I'm like, you know, if it's wood on the top, the wood could warp. Like, you know, I tried to think of like all the scenarios and like everything, like just in case, so that I had like all my bases covered, so I don't have to buy it and then buy it again. That's not my life. I buy things one and done. I'm gonna buy something good and buy it good one time rather than buying cheap things over and over again. It's just the way that I was raised. But yeah, so I think the vanity is overpriced. I don't really think, I feel as though the mirror is the best part of the vanity, and because it has their name on it, it's gonna carry like a higher price tag. I think this whole set probably shouldn't be more than about $800 at the most, and that's really like pushing it. The parts, until you get to the very end and put everything together, it kind of feels a little flimsy and a little bit cheap. I'm not feeling this bun. I'm gonna do this over. This is the struggle. This is the struggle. I feel as though it's poorly made. It's poorly made. It's overpriced. I was under the impression that maybe the glass top, like, until you put like the jelly tops for the glass top, the glass is just sitting on top. There's nothing that holds it in place. I feel for $1,000 or $1,500 before any sort of sale, the top should be clamped down with something, like, I don't know. There are a lot of things, and I'm still excited to be able to come to you guys and give you like get ready with me videos, because now I have a vanity to do so. But I feel like this vanity is a little bit overrated. I feel as though the people, again, you know, who have the vanity didn't have the experience I did. I still feel as though they should offer a service for you to pay extra to have somebody set it up. I still do believe in the insurance. And speaking of insurance, as you guys remember, I reached out to the insurance company. I hate this bun, but it's gonna have to do because I'm not doing it over. It's been what, 3 months, and the insurance company never got back to me. They should fire that insurance company if they haven't already, because it's really making them look bad. Like, really making them look bad. This bun is something else, right? I both know, yes. It's just gonna have to stay like that, because I don't think I can get any better without actually having to comb out my hair, which I'm not doing. But I'm highly displeased with the, I don't want to say the customer service, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to find the word. With the level of accountability. And I say that because you would think after having, I don't want to say a bad experience, but not being able to put the vanity together, and I let you guys know that, one, you should have let me know that the order had been processed, which you didn't tell me. I had to come back to you and let you know, like, you know, what's the status. Nothing's happened. I'm gonna try to find the exact date and put it up here in between the time that I originally reached out to them to the time it took them to get back to me. And I know you're able to see messages because you're on Instagram posting. That's how I reached out to them. So for it to take that much time, and for me to have to tell you that, like, if I didn't reach back out to them and ask them the status of the order, I probably would have still been waiting. You realize that the order hadn't been sent to me, the label was created, but nothing came to me. And you still didn't like come back and say, well, you know, how's everything? You know, did you get your vanity? Did you get the piece? Like, they sold it to me, and I'm just left to fend for myself. That's pretty much how I felt. That's why I said there's no accountability. Like, initially when I put in the dispute with my financial institution, I said, and I really don't want my money back. I'm really concerned with the chip in the glass potentially spreading, the cracks behind the bulb, because it looks like there's 2 of them. That's really all that I can see. But I feel as though the person who put this together had to have been able to tell. And the way that the crack actually looks, I mean, it looks like a good spider. And I don't want to take money back, and then, you know, a few months down the line, a year down the line, I have to buy another mirror. Like, I don't think that that's fair to me. So unfortunately, I am going to have to reach back out to them. They're probably not going to believe me when I tell them that, you know, hey, I didn't realize it was cracked, because I didn't think to look where the bulb goes that there was going to be a crack in the mirror. Like I'm at a loss for words. I didn't even think that was a thing, to be honest. So I'm gonna have to reach back out to them. This whole thing has been like, it's a bad experience. It's left a bad taste in my mouth. I do still really like the vanity, and it's nothing like personal with them, but they just need to get it together. That's really all that it is. You guys know, you heard me mention I like to look like put together. Probably gonna have to put like a clip or something back here to make it look smooth, because, you know, I gotta wash my hands anyway. But I think that's pretty much it for my hair. Back to the story time, or the get ready with me, or however you guys wanna, you know, however you wanna word it. So You ever have like so much to say and like get to the point where you're, I don't want to say like I'm flustered or I'm frustrated, because I try to remain calm in the whole situation. I mean, 2 months I feel as though I've been calm, but I have like so much to say and I feel like I just can't get it out. I cannot get it out. So I'm gonna be using a combination of like my MAC brushes. I'm gonna try my best, because this is my first get ready with me, to tell you guys exactly what I'm using. Get around this weight. I'm gonna be using my ColourPop foundation. If you guys haven't heard me mention on my channel before, I love ColourPop. I think they match me the best out of any foundation that I've ever used. So I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Born This Way. I do also have my beauty blender. I use this one, they're dirty. I like my brushes and my sponges and my own personal ones. Like the ones I have are separate, they're not even in here, that I use on other people. I do keep those clean after every person, I should say. Back to the vanity, because I don't want to lose focus on what I was talking about. I don't know if I don't feel like I can blame this experience on them, because it's a pandemic, so I don't know how they would have operated normally. But again, I just feel as though they should have, after me reporting that I had a problem, they should have checked in. I know it's gonna be a little bit far-fetched that I had a problem after they asked me if I was gonna have any more problems, and I said no. But again, I'm glad that I do at least have that portion on video, because something just told me to videotape it. The first one, the one that they originally said was shipped, well, wasn't shipped, but the order for it was processed in May. That I didn't believe that they processed in May. It came the day before the one that was processed in July. How funny is that? And the box was torn. I'm gonna put a little clip of that video probably over here. The box was torn. I'm like, just my luck. You know, I finally get the parts. I've waited this long. And I videotaped that because I'm like, you know, again, it's gonna seem like it's far-fetched, so better be safe than sorry to cover myself. And one of the knobs fell out. I was like, why would you put it in a small box? And clearly the second person who packaged it, I don't want to say had a little bit more sense, but you know, was more aware that the box could get damaged. They put it in a box that was probably like four times the size of the box that I was sent mine in. It was wrapped in plastic, and there was a ton of like paper like stuffing in there, so that I guess it wouldn't get damaged. So kudos to them. I'm grateful, I guess, that the original order never came through in May, because had it come through in May, I probably would have still waited until now to get the piece, because well, yeah, one piece was lost. But yeah, I'm disappointed by my experience. When I told my boyfriend, because he helped me put it together, I was like, you know, I'm really over it. And he was like, no, you're not over it. You know, you just got it. So, you know, you're saying that now because you went through a lot, but I just feel as though I went through too much. This is my BoxyCharm. If you guys saw that video, I'm gonna try to link it down below. It was a while ago. They sent me these brushes. I actually really love these brushes, to the point where I ended up buying a set from someone on Mercari, because they had all 5 of them. I'm not gonna put any contour on it. I'm just gonna try to use a product that's on here, because I'm just really going for a very, very light beat. I feel like they should have a service where they offer you the option to pay for somebody to install this, because this thing is, it's a nightmare to install. Like this middle piece in the vanity, so it has like the 3 drawers at the top, and then it has the middle drawer. The middle drawer piece, for whatever reason, would not tighten properly. You would tighten it to complete the setup, and then turn back around and it would be loose again. I'm not happy with the experience, and I'm not looking forward to reaching back out to them to let them know, well, I didn't realize behind the bulb was cracked, and I didn't realize that the glass for the vanity was chipped. I mean, they're minor things, but at the same time, when I've paid $500 at this point for this stupid mirror, to have cracks on it that may potentially spread, like, I don't think that's fair for me. And then to pay how much ever, $100 for the Slay Station, to have the glass beat. I mean, like, the whole point of the vanity for me, other than the aesthetics, is the glass top and the mirror, and both are damaged. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. So the other thing that I started doing with my makeup is this little small brush, and yes, my makeup case is over here. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys before, but I haven't gotten my room together yet, which is why I haven't given you guys a tour. And I haven't gotten the vanity together yet, because there's stuff I need to put on the wall. Like, I've seen a lot of people with their vanity, and their vanity looks good, but I feel like it's more about like aesthetics, whereas for me, like, don't get me wrong, like I want it to look good on the outside, but it still has to be function, which is again the main reason why, well, one of the main reasons why I got it is because I'm trying to think like, okay, if this gets dirty, glass is easier to clean. I'm probably gonna end up getting something, well, I'm not gonna get it now because I'm gonna reach back out to them, tell them about the glass, but I'm gonna get probably like a film to put over top of this so that it doesn't scratch, because I've noticed that it smudges really easily and it's glass, and glass is gonna scratch, and I'd rather pull off a piece of plastic than put like dents and chips in the glass. So I just put like a little of this on here. I always go over my lip contour with like a brush like this just to make it look more natural. Same brush, just gonna brush out the contour. And if you guys heard me mention, I do also use a lot of the Scott Barnes like makeup brushes, so I do find that his brushes work and they work well. Some of the stuff I've reverted back to with my MAC brushes because I find that they do it a little bit better. But now I'm gonna go in using the Scott Barnes number 67 brush, and then the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder in translucent deep. That's pretty much what I use on my face as powder now. I don't use like a regular powder. I just find that this works best, and I feel it's like perfect for me because it's my exact complexion. Put like that much in the cap. And I need a lot because, as I mentioned to you guys, my forehead broke out like out of the blue. Alright. So what I normally do when I set under my eye, I set it lightly as you guys saw me do with that brush, and then I go back in and then I bake. I found for me that if I just bake right away, it just kind of settles weird and it creases weird. So to avoid that from happening, your girl just sets twice. A light set first and then a bake set afterwards. And that's when I go in by my nose. And I don't want to talk too much about the vanity because I feel as though I've said all that I had to say. Hopefully, if not, I'll try to do voiceovers for where I felt I may have left some information out. This is a blunt, and I'm just going to go over where I have contoured and apply this before applying my blush. Oh, another thing with the vanity is I kind of wish that I would have gotten the 6 drawers instead of the 5 drawers. For whatever reason, like the pictures that you see like on Instagram everywhere, like it looks a lot bigger than it is, and I'm pretty tall, and I think that I would have been able in this space, because it doesn't go as high up as I thought, because the mirror is just about like right here, which is really short. I probably could have gotten away with the 6 drawers and had more space, of probably like a few dollars more. So if you're worried about space, it's something I would consider. This brush holder makes doing my makeup a whole heck of a lot easier. I'm probably gonna do, that came out of nowhere, burnt pepper, because it's like my favorite, and raisin from MAC if I can find it. I don't know what this brush is for, but I like it for blush, so I just go in. And now I'm just going in with that burnt pepper. So I'm gonna go in with Scott Barnes, also brush number 64. And I am gonna go over, I go in with MAC's Dark Deep. It's like a mineralized, it is a mineralized powder. It has a little bit of a glow to it. It's pretty much what I use to put over my highlight, because I never like to go out and like have my highlight be like popping. I really go for a more natural look, so I just go over that with the Scott Barnes brush in the same manner that he said to go over it, in just an upward motion. I'm still trying to figure out if there's anything about this vanity that I didn't tell you guys. So I'm also gonna go in with the Scott Barnes number 60 brush, and I like this for when I'm doing my eyebrows, because I like the way it puts the powder on my face. So I'm gonna also go in with a MAC number 240 SE, and I comb up my brows just before I fill them in. So I don't like my eyebrows to look like square like that. I don't like a uniform brow. I don't think my brow grows like that, so I never like it to look like that. But back to this vanity. So the dispute that I put in, they had up until the 11th, which is today, to say something, and I haven't gotten an email notification about them like responding to the dispute that I put in. They're gonna have to replace this mirror and replace this glass. I'm a little OCD, and because I'm OCD, you can't see it unless I point it out, but it would really bother me. So for a couple of different reasons, I'd be scared that it may spread and break more. And then also, like, I paid, like I said, this was a gift, but a lot of money was spent on this vanity. I never owned a vanity, so, you know, for me to own a vanity and for it to be like this nice, like, I really like it, but I also feel as though that everything at this point should really be on point. You know what I mean? At this price point. I feel as though I'm gonna be in an uphill battle trying to prove to them that this was broken when I got it. Just because they specifically asked me, and I thought I checked good enough, but I guess I didn't really check as good as I thought. So I missed the fact that it was damaged. So now if I have to come back and say, well, you know, the mirror has cracks, even though the places where it's cracked at, it's clear that it was probably either damaged during shipping or damaged before it even was shipped. For me, common sense wise, that is. But I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time. I can't shake that feeling. I'll definitely keep you guys posted with it. I know you guys hear me mention from time and time again, like, I'm only gonna spend your money the way I'm gonna spend my money, and if I'm not gonna spend my money on it, I'm not gonna expect for you guys or recommend for you guys to spend your money on it. So even though this was a gift, that doesn't mean that the money that the person spent for it, or, you know, like, I'm sure they had to work hard for it. Like, I'm not just gonna take it for granted and accept subpar because I didn't pay for it. Like, it doesn't work like that. So I'm gonna reach out to them. I really hope that I'm gonna have a better experience going forward with this, because so far I'm just really not satisfied. And for a mirror to be over $500, for it to be cracked where the bulbs go, like, I can't wait for you guys to watch this video to see this. But yeah, for it to be cracked where the bulbs go, it's just, unfortunately, it's just unacceptable. So yeah, I'm gonna reach back out to them. It's probably gonna be an uphill battle, but I'm gonna get done what I need to get done because money was spent. A lot of money was spent at that, and it's subpar. It's just not acceptable for the amount of money that was spent, just period. But that's pretty much all I have to say about the vanity. If there's anything else that I felt as though I left out when I do get the room together, because there's more that has to go into this room, but when I do finally get the room together, then I'm going to do a vlog room tour and I'll mention anything that I might have missed, because I feel as though I've missed stuff, but at this very moment, like, it's not coming to me. So, because again, it's first get ready with me, it's a little different for me to do my makeup the way I'm doing it. So, trying to focus and talk at the same time, and it's a little bit hard. It's a lot hard, actually. This is what my eyebrows were in my life. Then what I go in and do with my eyebrows is I always go in and brush it out. I don't like a harsh line when it comes to brows. Like, I like it to look really natural. So I'll go in and kind of like smudge those lines. It's as good as it's gonna get though. Because if I keep going, it'll ruin me even more. What you guys think? Not bad. So now I'm gonna go with my highlight. I was using the Scott Barnes brushes, but then I have this box. I'm almost certain it's from either like Smashbox or Laura Mercier. I got it from Macy's a while back, and I just like the way it put on a highlighter better, so I just went back to it. You know, the brushes, they work well for what they work well for, but sometimes Old Faithful works better. So if I can find the details on this brush, I'm gonna leave it down below. But it was like $20, and I was reluctant to pay the $20. But it works, and it works well. And I go in, I put some here. Makes everything look really nice and natural. Until you go in with the NYX Born to Glow. $15. Best highlighter ever for me and my skin tone, I think. And I don't use a lot. There's just like this tape that's on here. I just kind of like dab underneath it. When I tell you, honey, you glow, you glow. It's like my favorite highlighter. Then I'm gonna go in. This is my travel size. I don't know where the big one is at. Is it in here? It's in here. Haven't really unpacked since I got back from Trinidad, but my MAC Fix Spray. And I'm gonna go in and just spray. Make it look like skin. you doing? And then I also draw on my moles. Not draw them on, put them back. I usually do this with like a liquid line. So I got that drawn back on. I'm gonna put on my mascara because it's like getting late. It's like 8:30, which is not bad. I'm gonna put on my mascara and then I'm going to brush on the baby hairs again and then put on my lashes. So I go in with the Voluminous, I think it's L'Oreal. I love this stuff. It's like $9, really cheap. And I do one coat on the top. Before, when I used to like just wear this by itself, I would do 2 coats of this and then they have a lash extension. But I wear lashes now. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention about the Vanity and this whole experience, it wasted my time. It really did. I felt as though I could have given you guys 1 more get ready with me videos. 2, I wanted to maybe do like more like a vlog style video, and because of that I feel as though I wasn't able to, because you guys know my room is in like it's still in a mess. Hopefully by next week, because I'm like out of time for this week, hopefully by next week I'll be able to get it together and give you guys like a tour video. But I felt as though like it wasted my time. It really did. I mean, 2 whole months I could have been like filming like makeup tutorials for you guys. And I'm gonna figure out how to position my camera just so that you guys can see more of what I'm doing. Oh, maybe I should move up. Ooh, Lord have mercy. That was the reason why I wanted this drilled down, because, and that's the other thing, right? I'm glad I remember that. That's the exact reason why I drilled the slave station down to the drawers itself. They didn't give you any screws to screw it down, and I know you can buy everything like a la carte, but at the same time, like, I'm paying $1,000. Give me 2 stupid screws so I can screw this thing down. But the main reason why I screwed it down was for exactly the reason that just happened. I was afraid that if I bumped this whole thing would come off, and it could have if it wasn't screwed down. So needless to say, I think this Vanity is a little bit overrated. It's overpriced. I still like it. I would buy it all over again, but without all the issues. I feel like I'm gonna go put my lashes on in the bathroom because I don't know if I can do it with this mirror. This mirror is pretty far from the actual, from where I'm actually sitting. Now I did also notice that a lot of people, when they have this Vanity, they have like a separate mirror, and that's probably the reason why, especially if you're gonna be doing like makeup tutorials. So I may end up getting like one of those to do, or might just start using my Trinket mirror. But it's really far and it's kind of hard to see. So I put on my lash and I put on my lipstick, and I forgot I wasn't filming. Be right back with the outfit. I think it just might have stopped. But I put on Flat Out Fabulous by MAC. I think you guys got my lashes. They're style Mykonos from Lily's Lashes. Love them. They're my favorite. They had a sale. And I'll be right back with my outfit. And there we have it. I'm gonna turn the camera. Please don't mind the floor. The floor is a mess. Yep. Whole room's a mess. But this is the dress. I got it from Forever 21. Probably didn't pay more than $12 for it. I love it. It's cute. It's simple. Jewelry's cute, simple. I ordered some chains from Shein. So when that comes in, I'm going to do like a Shein like jewelry haul, because I've always wanted to test out their jewelry. But this is the outfit. Oh, get my accessories. Alright, so I have these shoes that my cousin bought me from like Payless. And this is my everyday summer bag. It just happens to go with the outfit. I don't really feel like changing into a different bag at this point, but this is the outfit. Let me know if you guys like it. Real simple. Your girls went back in the gym after I did my Shein haul video. I found out that this area wasn't really looking too flattering for me. So I had to work it out. Been running on treadmill, doing what I had to do, and I think I'm back in shape. Let me know what you guys think. But that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.